The valley was swallowed by darkness, the kind that seemed to eat up sound and light. A cold wind howled through jagged rocks, carrying faint whispers that felt like they were coming from everywhere and nowhere at all. No one dared go near the unmarked graveyard hidden deep in this forsaken land. The locals spoke of an ancient civilization, cursed to protect secrets that no living person should ever know. Hey, I'm Walter. I journey across the globe in search of stories that challenge the limits of explanation. While many refer to them as mysteries, I'm focused on uncovering the truth, exploring the scientific reasons or hidden elements behind strange phenomena, like time travel, alien worlds, life after death, and other unexplained events. On this channel, I'll bring these intriguing stories to you. Let's dive deep and uncover what might be lurking just beyond our understanding. Dr. Clara Hayes, a well-known archaeologist, had spent her life chasing the truth behind this lost civilization. She stood at the edge of the graveyard with her team, 4 others who trusted her, though their eyes told a different story.
It's just a place,
she said, trying to sound confident, but the air felt thick, as if the graveyard was watching them. Crossing the gate, the team immediately felt the change. The ground was uneven, soft in spots, like something was shifting beneath them. Gravestones leaned at odd angles, carved with strange symbols too old to understand. The deeper they went, the quieter it got, until the wind completely died. What replaced it was a heavy silence that pressed in on them.
I don't like this.
Simon, the youngest, muttered, clutching his flashlight. Clara waved him off, but unease gnawed at her too. Then came the whispers, quiet at first, like leaves brushing together, but then unmistakable. They were calling their names. The team pressed on until they reached the heart of the graveyard, a massive mausoleum with doors chained shut by blackened iron. In front of it stood a tall obelisk, glowing faintly with strange symbols. Clara traced the symbols with her fingers and whispered,
"This is a gateway, a bridge between worlds."
Mateo, their reluctant guide, stopped dead.
"We shouldn't be here. The dead don't rest here. They never leave."
Before anyone could say anything, Mateo sprinted off into the mist. Seconds later, a scream split the air, loud, blood-curdling, and then silence. The group stood frozen. Simon finally found his voice.
We need to leave.
But the path they came from had vanished, replaced by rows of endless gravestones. Panic set in. Clara urged them to enter the mausoleum.
"The answers are here. We have to go in."
Inside, the air was freezing. The walls were covered in skulls, their empty eye sockets following their every move. The floor was marked with glowing symbols that pulsed brighter as they walked. The whispers grew louder, overlapping, until they formed words in a language Clara almost understood. "Help us," they seemed to plead. But underneath, there was something darker, something hungry. Farther into the crypt, they found something even worse. Fresh bodies. Not bones, but real people. Their faces were contorted in terror, their chests marked with the same glowing symbols. Clara knelt by one, her breath catching. The body clutched a camera. The group played the footage back, hands shaking. It showed a team of researchers, just like theirs, exploring the same graveyard. The video turned chaotic. Screams, shadows moving impossibly fast, and then a voice, chillingly calm, saying, "They called us. Now, they're ours." Clara realized the awful truth. No one who came to this graveyard ever left. Every team that entered became part of its cursed history, their souls trapped as guardians to protect a secret too horrible to know. The whispers weren't just the dead speaking. They were the cries of the consumed, trapped here forever. Suddenly, shadows began to materialize around them. They took shape, becoming figures from the footage, their eyes glowing a sickly green. "Run!" Clara screamed, but it was too late. One by one, the shadows lunged, pulling her team into the darkness. Clara ran, her heart pounding, the screams of her team echoing behind her. She stumbled into a hidden chamber, walls covered in symbols, an altar at the center. On it lay a black stone tablet, pulsing with dark energy. Desperate, she placed her hand on the tablet. The whispers stopped, replaced by a deep, guttural voice.
"Offer a soul, and you may leave. Refuse, and you will remain forever."
The shadows closed in, and Clara, without thinking, whispered Simon's name. The shadows hesitated before dragging his lifeless body into the dark. The voice came again. "You may go." Clara ran from the graveyard, her legs weak, and collapsed as dawn broke. Back in her office days later, she sat alone, staring at a photo of her team. Guilt weighed heavily on her, but she convinced herself that it was the only way. Then, the whispers started again. At first, soft, then louder. Clara froze, looking around her empty office. Her reflection in the window twisted, and her eyes glowed with the same pale green light as the shadows. On her desk, a new symbol appeared, etched as if by an invisible hand. It read, "Your turn." The whispers turned into screams, and Clara's reflection smiled, an unsettling, knowing smile.